Hey guys, this is Black Bolt. I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe and healthy. In today's video, we're going to talk all about charging the Chevy Bolt EV, and this applies to other electric vehicles as well. Our charging setup begins in the basement where our breaker is located. Our EVSC is up in the garage, and our system was installed by Accredited Electric here in Ramsey, Minnesota. And as you can see, we have a 40 amp breaker connected to our 32 amp EVSE, and that is this cable right here, and the cable runs through the basement and all the way towards the garage, and we can't see where that goes out into the garage because there's a bathroom here. So let's go ahead and head upstairs. As we enter the garage, here is where that cable comes out, and here's our EVSE. It is a PrimeCom 32 amp smart electric EV made by Duocida, and so far over a year of usage and it's been fine. So its original price was $499, and then we got a $100 discount on it, so we paid $427.43 from Amazon. And I'll see if I can find a link to it and post that below. And then our power company, Connexus Energy, also gave us a $500 discount for installation. And then we also keep a standard trickle charger in the garage. So in winter, I'll just have it plugged in most of the day to keep the battery at an appropriate temperature. And the cost of installing the EVSE itself was $1,141 from Accredited. So that seems kind of high to me, but we just decided to go with it since we didn't want to spend too much time waiting to have somebody come out and do it. We'd gotten other quotes, but installation was like over a month out, which was too long for me. And here's my wife's truck. We got this not too long ago, and that already happened when she was coming out of the garage and hit the side. So what we're planning on doing is moving the EVSE to somewhere over here so that I can use this one car garage, and then she can use the 2-car garage for the truck and all of the other goodies that we currently have. And yes, I know this needs to be cleaned out. Now let's talk about cost of operations, which is another area where electric vehicles really shine. You can see from my February 2020 bill, a month in which I used 1,279 kilowatt hours of electricity, I get charged 4.45 cents per kilowatt hour for my EVSE, and so in that month I got charged $56.92 for driving. Over the last 15 months, I've driven 56,490 miles and consumed 14,957 kilowatt hours of electricity. At 4.45 cents per kilowatt hour, that translates to $665.59 of electricity charged. And I've also used random fast chargers here and there, which have run me probably another $50 to $70. A comparable ICE vehicle that gets 30 miles per gallon and at $2.50 a gallon would use $4,707.50 for gasoline to travel 56,490 miles, or a savings of $3,971.91 by having an electric vehicle. That is huge, guys. Just think about that. So let's go ahead and jump in the car now. So before I get going, I wanted to talk about the Bolt catching fire for just a second. So I have my car set to Hilltop Reserve, which charges the battery to 80%. So at an approximately full charge, you can see that I have 153 miles, and I did some preconditioning. So here you can see that the car used 1.2 kilowatt hours of battery and 0 distance traveled. And the way that we set the Hilltop Reserve is we go into energy settings, Hilltop Reserve. There are various options, but right now I just have it set to on, and the max it will charge the batteries to 80%, and GM's temporary fix is to set it at 90%, so we should be good for now. And then one other thing, I did try to go to my local Chevrolet dealer, it's Main Motor in Anoka. These are the same guys where before I bought my Bolt, I went there and talked to them about a Bolt, and they didn't offer me a test drive. I took my car there, and basically they said that they don't have a Bolt technician who works there full time, so they were not going to be able to help me with the recall and suggested that I go to a different Chevy dealer. All of them are farther away from my house, at least 25 minutes probably. And it looked like their list of other dealers with Chevy Bolt technicians was the rest of them in the Twin Cities. So that was disappointing, but it is what it is. So I'll get that recall taken care of when I have the time. We'll keep you posted on how that goes. Hey guys, so I'm back home after doing a couple of errands, and I didn't get to drive as many miles as I had thought I would. So when I left home, it was at 153 miles, and I'm back home and it's 146 miles. So that looks like I drove 7 miles. If we come over here, you can see that I actually drove 27.7 miles. What's happening is the temperature when I drove yesterday was much colder, and today it's 56 degrees Fahrenheit. So it had previously been calculating my expected mileage based on 3 kilowatt hours per mile, and now it is at approximately 4 kilowatt hours per mile, and it's actually over 4. But as you can see, if we look at this page right here, I did some preconditioning on the car, so it initially used 10% of the wattage to precondition the car and warm the battery up and all of that stuff. And I didn't need to do that because it's warm outside and it was warm in the garage. I was inside the house working all morning, so I assumed that it was colder than it actually was because this is Minnesota and our weather is a little bit crazy. Alright guys, so I'm in Ramsey approaching Connexus Energy, and this is where we are going to do the fast charging. As you can see, I've only got 57 miles of range left, so I am going to come and fast charge the car and we'll see how it goes from there. This is a Greenlots charger. This one charges $12 an hour, so I'm going to be here until I have approximately 100 miles of charge left. So I'm going to go ahead and select CCS. Start charge. Once is $3.06, which is not going to be 30 minutes worth of charging, but whatever, we'll see. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the DC CCS charger. Plug that in, wait for that light to turn green. I just felt it lock. And then this says it's preparing to charge, setting up communication with the car. So as of now, it's still connecting, and there we go. Charge cord has connected, charging has started, and now it's going to go ahead and start ramping up. So now it's at 31 kilowatts, and this will get up to 46 or 47. But right now I'm going to let it charge up until it's at approximately 80 to 100 miles. And I brought a book with me, so I'm going to go ahead and read while this charging takes place. Alright guys, so the charging on my Bolt stopped at 87 miles, and this is without the heat turned on. With the heat turned on, that adjusts to 84 miles, so that'll be enough for me to go out this afternoon, and should be enough for my wife to get to work, but if not, then she'll take the truck. I'm going to go home, so charging at home, I'm going to set it to immediate because I want it to charge right away when I get home. And then you have to set it to 12 amps manually. And it gives you a warning about the power system in your home may or may not be able to handle that. My house was built in 2013, so that's not a problem at all. So we'll let the trickle charger go for as long as possible. And if it's on there for 2 hours, that'll get us to around 90 something miles that we need, and that's plenty for the driving I need to do for the rest of the day. So there's how charging works. And then Connexus also has these level 2 chargers from ChargePoint. You do have to pay for these level 2 chargers. Every now and then when I come here, I'll find people parked and charging. I think people who work in this building here. It's a good deal. It's a good place. Across in Elk River, which is the next suburb west of us, they have a ChargePoint level 3 charger, which is a fast charger, and that one charges based on the energy you use as opposed to time. And personally, I prefer that type of charging system because I feel like I should be charged for the amount of energy that's going into my car, as opposed to this Greenlots charger. Greenlots is owned by Shell, Royal Dutch Shell, by the way. This one charges by time, so in winter, when the charging rate of the car is slower, you end up paying more for electricity than you do in summer when the charging rates are faster. And I think today it topped out at 36 kilowatts, which is a little bit disappointing. I expected it to get to around 46, but it is what it is. Hey guys, I am approaching Hy-Vee, where I am going to plug into a level 2 charger. This will work. I tried it yesterday. The charger on the left side of the building that didn't work, so I'm gonna give it a shot again and see if it works. So hopefully this time it goes better than my attempt to charge on the other side yesterday. You can see on the left there's the little windmill thingy that tells you where it is and also provides probably the least amount of energy ever. But we're gonna plug in, pull up here, and this is a ChargePoint charger. I have the ChargePoint app on my car. To activate it, I just walk up and scan, and we'll see if that works. Good morning. So let's do that. So it recognized my app. So it's not turning on this side either. Here it says waiting for vehicle, so my car is not recognizing this particular charger for some reason. And so these look like they're broken. You can see when we go in the car, it's yellow, so it's not charging. And when we go to the charging page, the flow should be reversed, and that's not the case. And you can see, even though I had a full charge today, it's not at 100% because I have it on Hilltop Reserve, so it only charges to 80%. I'm gonna take a look at the ChargePoint app. So there it is. It says Chevy Bolt EV, 0 miles added. I am going to check and see if anybody has been at this location recently. Last used Chevy Bolt yesterday, Ford Fusion November 19th, Ford C-Max November 19th, Nissan Leaf November 16th, November 16th. That's interesting that they're last used from yesterday, but down below from October 3rd and July 12th, all 4 connectors at this location have now broken locking tabs, rendering the chargers useless. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and report this to ChargePoint, and hopefully someone will come out and fix these, because it looks like they have been broken since July. Alright guys, after some digging around, I learned that you can manually lift the tab on the ChargePoint connector, and that will trigger the car to start charging. So unfortunately you have to use this trick, but you can see there the charge is now going. It's been going for less than a minute, and the kilowatt hours are increasing. But that really sucks that somebody went around and broke all of these pins inside the car. Now you can see it's charging. It's pretty cool that these free charges are here. It sucks that somebody went around and broke them all, making it harder for those of us who have electric cars and just want to get our charges done. Alright guys, I've been here for about half an hour, did some self-study. I am going to go ahead and We turn this, and as you can see, I got 3.151 kilowatt hours of free charge. So here we go. So guys, to sum it up, I'm always going to keep it real with you about the main benefits and some of the challenges of having and operating a Bolt EV. The main benefits being how much fun it is to drive and the super low operating cost, and some of the challenges being if you need to charge away from home, the Chevy Bolt isn't a very fast charger, especially compared to something like a Tesla Model 3, which is about 3 times faster, I believe. And then also situations where people are going to go out of their way to intentionally make it harder for you to operate your vehicle. Friends, I look forward to speaking with you again next time. So if you enjoy the content and get value out of it, please join the community by giving us a thumbs up and liking the video, commenting below, and subscribing to the channel and helping us grow.